Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today our lesson is Sajdha Tilaawah. Definition: the Arabic word tilawa means to recite. The sajda made after reciting or hearing a sajda ayah verse is called Sajdha Tilaawah. The number for sajda verses. In the whole Quran there are 14 ayah verses which will make sajda compulsory if they are heard or read. The ruling regarding Sajdha Tilaawah: it is wajib upon the reciter as well as the listener of a sajda ayah to make a sajda time for the sajda. The sajda must be made immediately after reciting the sajda verse when one is performing salah. If one is not performing salah, it is best to make the sajda tilawa immediately as well. However, it is also permissible to make the sajda tilawa later. It will be makruh to delay if it for a long period. Method of performing the sajda tilawa: if a sajda verse is recited out of salah, then it it's the best to call the takbir Allahu Akbar while standing and then go into sajda. The tasbih of sajda, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, should be recited at least thrice. Thereafter, one must call out the takbir again and stand up. It will also be correct to perform sajda tilawa from a sitting position. Condition of sajda tilawa: the same conditions that apply to sajda salah will apply to sajda tilawa. The clothes, body, and place of salah must be pure and clean, covering the sattar, facing the qibla, and making the intention of sajda tilawa. Factors that break the sajda tilawa: all those things that break salah will be also be break the sajda tilawa. One or many sajdas. Only one sajda tilawa will be necessary if the same sajda ayah is recited many times in one sitting or in a place. If a person keeps changing places while repeating the sajda ayah, he will have to make sajda tilawa as many times as he changed places. For example, a person recited a sajda verse in the courtyard, whereafter he recited it in a room, etc. If more than one sajda ayah verse was heard or recited, then a separate sajda will have to be made for each ayah, whether these were heard to recite in one place or at different places. Reciting the sajda verses silently: it is best for a person to recite sajda tilawa verses silently when he is reciting Quran in a place where others may hear him. Leaving out the verses of Sajda Tilawa: it is makruh, dislike to recite the Sajda ayah before and after the Sajda ayah while leaving out the Sajda ayah. It is makruh to recite the ayah before and after the Sajda ayah while leaving out the Sajda ayah. Questions: what is the meaning of Tilawa? Tilawa. How many tilawa verses are there in the Quran? How much sajda tilawa performed? Which factors will break sajda tilawa? When will one only a single sajda tilawa be necessary for sajda tilawa verses recited many lines? Mudrik masbook and like. The meaning of the word mudrik masbook and like were discussed in part 3. In this book, certain rulings regarding them are being discussed. When how a masbook should complete his missed rakat. The masbook must continue to follow the imam till the end of the salah. However, when the imam makes the salam, the masbook must not make the salam with him, but he should stand up to complete the rakah that he missed. He should perform this missed rakat as if he had just began the salah. Here are a few examples. If you only miss the first rakah with the imam, you must stand up when the imam makes the salam. The missed rakah will then be performed as one does when he begins his salah. Therefore, you must recite Sana, Tasmiyah, Tauz, Surah, Fatiha, and other Surah. Thereafter, you should make the Ruku and Sajda as normal, followed by Qada Akhira and Salam. This is the method of completing all the missed rakah. Beside the Maghrib Salah, if a person missed 2 rakah of any Salah, he will complete it just as he would perform a 2 rakah salah on his own. Therefore, he will recite Sana, Tauz, Tasmiyah, Surah Fatiha, and other salah in the first rakah. After the sajda of this first rakah, he will stand up to complete the second rakah as normal, that is, by reciting the Tasmiyah, Surah Fatiha, and other surah. Thereafter, the Qada Akhira will be completed as normal with Salam. Beside the Maghrib, Beside the Maghrib Salah, if a person only performs one rakah behind the Imam in Zuhur, Asr, and Isha, all of which have 4 rakah each, he will complete the 3 missed rakah as follows. Recite Sana, Taus, Tasmiyah, Surah Fatiha, and another surah in the first rakah. Sit in Qada after the Raku and Sajda of this rakah. Recite on Tashahhud in the Quran in the Qada because this is Qada Ola. Stand up for second rakah and recite Tasmiyah, Surah Fatiha, and another surah. Stand up for the third rakah immediately after the raku and sajda of the second rakah. Only Surah Fatiha will be recited in the rakah. Make raku and sajda followed by the qada akhira. Salam will be made at the end. If you join the Imam in the second rakah of the Maghrib Salah, the one rakah that was missed will be completely just as one rakah that is missed in any other Salah. However, if you only join the Imam in the third rakah, that is, you miss 2 rakah, you should recite Sana, Taus, Tasmiyah, Surah Fatiha, and other surah in the first rakah after the Imam makes salam. Thereafter, you should sit in qada after the ruku and sajda of this first rakah. Recite only tashahhud in the qada and then stand up to complete the second rakah. Recite Surah Fatiha and a surah in the second rakah. Then complete the salah with the normal qada, khira, and salam. In short, if a person joined the Imam in only one rakah of Maghrib, he will have to sit in a qada and after completing one rakah on his own after the Imam salam. Therefore, when any rakat are missed in the any salah, they should be completed afterwards. And if the salah is being performed from the beginning, however, the rakat should be counted, including those performed with the Imam, and qada should be made after each set of 2 rakah performed. If you only managed to join the Imam when he was in the Qada Akhira, the Salah must be completed as if you are performing the Salah on your own. If you are a Masbook, you must not stand up to complete Salah as soon as Imam says Assalamu alaikum. You should wait a while in case the Imam still has to make Sajda Sahu. You should only stand up when you are sure that the Imam is not going to make Sajda Sahu. If you did not take the precautions of waiting a while and the Imam proceed to make Sajda Sahu after you have already stood up, you must join the Imam in the Sajda. You must then stand up to complete your Salah, your Miss Rakha. After the Imam makes Salam for the completion of his Salah. If you did not join the Imam in the Sajda Sahu, in the Sajda Sahab, but continue to complete your missed rakah, you must make Sajda Sahu at the end of the Salah. If the Masbook forgetfully made Salam before the Imam or exactly what the Imam, he will not have to make Sajda Sahab after completing his missed rakah. However, he will have to make Sajda Sahu if he made Salam after the Imam. If the like missed some rakah due to the falling asleep, he will have to make up the missed rakah by himself as soon as he wakes up. These missed rakah will be performed as if he is still behind the Imam without reciting any qira. After doing this, he will again join the Imam and complete his Salah with the Imam. If the Imam has already completed the Salah by then, the like will have to complete the remaining rakah on his own without qira. If he makes any errors in the Salah, he will not have to make Sajda Sahw because he is still a Muqtadi, and Sajda Sahu is not make when a Muqtadi makes a mistake. Ruling: if the Imam is a Musafir, traveler, and the Muqtadi is a Muqim, resident of the place, not a traveler, then the Muqtadi will complete the remaining 2 rakah as if he is behind the Imam because he is regarded as a like. Explanation. Questions. Explain the following words: Mudrik, Masbook, like. How should the Masbook complete the missed rakah? Explain with an example. How should the Masbook complete the missed qada? Explain with the example as well. How will a like complete his salah? Mention a situation where a Masbook has to sit in the qada after every rakah. Salah of the Sikh. Sharia has made certain rulings relating to salah easier for people who are ill, handicapped, or weak. Sharia has not granted permission for salah to be left out completely in any situation. A person may perform salah while sitting if he is so ill that he cannot stand up at all. He experiences great difficulty and pain when standing. His illness may become worse if he stands. He feels dizzy and fears falling if he stands. He can stand but is unable to make ruku and sajda. If a person has to perform salah while seated, he should make ruku and sajda if it is possible. It is not possible for him to make ruku and sajda. He should perform there by bowing, lowering the head. The head should be bowed further for sajda than for ruku. If a person cannot stand for a full ruku but only has a strength to stand up for a part of it, then it is necessary for him to stand as long as he can. He can then perform the remainder of the ruku while seated. If a sick person does not have the strength to perform even while sitting, he should perform the salah lying down. Sign or indications with the eyes and eyelids are not accepted. Therefore, if a person does not even have the strength to perform salah by moving his head while lying down, but cannot perform salah by indicating with the eyes and eyelids, he should rather leave the salah for a later time. First salah performed by an indication of the eyes or eyelids will not be valid. How to perform salah while lying down? The best manner of performing salah while lying down is to lie flat on one's back with the feet pointing in the direction with the feet pointing in the with the feet I think they make a mistake here. Okay, so the lie flat on the on one's back, the knees must be raised, and a large pillow should be placed beneath the head. So his face direction is towards to Qibla, not the feet. So they make a mistake here. If a large pillow cannot be placed, a smaller one should be used so that the head is raised and the face looks in the direction of the Qibla instead of the sky. If the knees cannot be raised, it will be permissible for the feet to be stretched towards the Qibla. It is also permissible to lie on the right on the left side facing toward the Qibla. In this way, Ruku and Sajda will be made by a sign or indication of the head. However, it is better to lie on the right side. In all these cases, Ruku and Sajda will have to be made by bowing, lowering the head. The head will be bowed more for Sajda than for Ruku. If a person does not have the strength to even bow his head, in this case, Sajda Salah will have to be delayed. If the person remains in this condition for more than a complete day and night, he will not even have to perform Qada Salah if he regards his strength within the period of the day and night whereby he can perform salah by signing or indication of the head. He will have to perform the qada of those salah that he missed. Performing qada of salah missed while healthy. When a person is ill, he should perform his qada salah in whatever condition he can, because there is no guarantee as to how long he will live. A person must take care never to delay in performing the first salah. If a sick person body and clothes are impure, many may Allah save us from illness like being paralyzed. If a person is unable to use water for istinja, he can clean himself using only mud pieces of cloth or toilet paper. If he cannot even do this much, he is allowed to perform salah without even wiping himself. However, he must not allow his salah to become qada. It is not permissible for even his parents or children to see his private parts and wipe them. A sick person may perform his salah. A sick person may perform his salah in his impure bed if it is too difficult for him to clean it. How will you perform salah if you are ill? Will not become dizzy if you stand up to perform salah. A sick person can only sit but it unable to make the normal ruku and sajda. How should he perform his salah? What is the method of performing salah while laying down? When a sick person has to perform salah lying on his lying on his left side, in what direction should he face? A person broke his leg. The doctors plastered the leg and told him not to move from his bed. How will he perform salah? The Salah of a Musafir. Even though a journey may be easy, there will still be a difference in a person's daily routine when he travels. If a person tries to live his life as he does at home, he may not be able to complete the work for which he went on this journey. So Sharia has taken this into consideration and has made its laws easier for a traveler. It has reduced the 4 rakah of first salah to 2 of travelers. The number of rakah in Sunnah salah has not changed, but the status and ruling has changed. Sunnah Muqaddar salah have the same position as Nafil salah for the Musafir. There will be no harm if he does not perform these. In fact, there are times when it is best that a Musafir does not perform these at all. The meaning of Safar Shahriya journey. Safar refers to walking for 3 days. It is equal to approximately 48 English miles, also referred to as 3 months by any means of transport. A Musafir. A Musafir is a person who set out with the intention of traveling a minimum of 48 miles, approximately 80 kilometers. The ruling of Safar Shahriya journey. When one on Safar, it is a compulsory to perform the 4 rakah salah with 2 rakah only. Shortening the 4 rakah salah in this manner is known as qasr. The importance of Sunnah salah falls away. The fast of Ramadan may be delayed until after the journey. When on Safar, the period of making masha on socks is increased from 1 day and night to 3 days and 3 nights. The start and end of a Safar. The laws of Safar will apply as soon as a Musafir leaves the boundaries of his own or of his town. It will now be compulsory for him to perform his salah as Qasr. The laws of Safar will apply to him until he returns to his hometown or decided to stay in another place for 15 or more days. If a railway station is within the town, Qasr will not become permissible by Safir simply sitting in the train. It will only be permissible from the time the train leaves the boundaries of the town. Military barracks, graveyards, ports, fields, and other areas that are linked to the town will be regarded as part of the town. Vante Asli, the place where a person is born. Watane Asli. So they misspell it. Watane Asli, the place where a person is born or which he lives permanently. Watane Ikama, the place at which a person makes the intention to stay for at least 15 days. Ruling: if a Musafir perform 4 rakah of Fard Salah and said in Qada Ola after the second rakah, he will have to make Sajda Sahu at the end of the Salah in order for his Salah to be corrected. The first 2 rakah will be regarded as fard, while the other 2 will be regarded as nafil. It is a sin for a musafir to intentionally perform 4 rakah instead of 2, but he will not be sinful if it is done by mistake. If the musafir did not sit for the qada ola, the first salah will not be valid. All 4 rakah will become nafil, and the 2 fard will still have to be performed. Salah may be performed on a moving train, ship, or aeroplane. It will be necessary to stand when performing this salah if one will not become dizzy or fall. If the traveler cannot stand, then it will be permissible to perform salah while sitting. If the train, ship, or plane turns while a person is performing salah, he should turn with it so that he continues to face the qibla. His salah will be invalid if he does not do this. It is permissible for a muqim to perform salah behind a musafir imam, even if the salah be ada or qada. After the musafir imam complete 2 rakah, the muqim muqtadi will have to stand up to complete the other 2 rakah. The muqtadi will not recite any qira in these 2 rakah because he is a laik. The Qada Ola will become fard for the Muqtadi in this case because he is following the Musafir Imam immediately after the Salam. It is mustahab for the Musafir Imam to inform the Muqtadis that he is a Musafir. It will be better to inform them before the Salam begins. A Musafir is also allowed to perform Salah behind a Muqim Imam, but only when the time of that Salah is valid. If the Salah time has ended, the Musafir can only follow the Muqim Imam if the Salah is Fajr or Maghrib. He cannot follow the Muqim Imam in the Qada or of Zuhur, Asr or Isha Salah. So, inshallah, we will start our lesson on the same page. Until then, Allah Hafiz. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. Assalamu alaikum, Allah Hafiz.